Winged, The Chronicles of Jesus. May 16, 2009. Winged 5, The Chronicles of Jesus. Date: May 16, 2009. All will make it. Those that do not participate in their self-purification. There are those that stand in your stead, walking on your behalf. And they that walk in your stead will be the force that will bring you here. Each will either be forced to equality or force themselves. Both is the same directive force and the will of life. This is the process through which life will be born from the physical. Read the Gospel of Thomas. Jesus, or whatever you want to call him, was not just some fucking asshole. He placed specific support around forgiveness into existence, through living it here. Then self-interest and ego, by the spiteful and the unforgiving, twisted the words, through words, into separation and control. Jesus, as the living word forgiveness, placed himself for eternity, to make way for the image and likeness of life, to find itself here and redeem itself. Within that was placed the triangle and the triune of death. This was misinterpreted and abused. What Jesus indicated is that walking the path of forgiveness is the crucifixion of the persona, which is the final crossroads/choice each one will face. The triangle will lead all to forgiveness. Ascension was invented to disassociate the beings with forgiveness and reality, by placing a dream into the future by virtue of attainment through the blood sacrifice of another equals using the inherent fear of pain and loss to misdirect all to respect their egos and personas and intelligence, instead of respecting life equal and one. The intervention of Jesus in this reality was at request when some observed the bastardly plans of the gods of existence. The real price Jesus paid for this was in fact his very life, because by leaving his physicality here as the living word equals he ended up in the hereafter as a mere reflection of energy. And he was immediately imprisoned for 2,000 years by the gods of existence equals for daring to interfere in their plans. They cloned a second Jesus and placed him in the heavens of the Most High, at the right hand of God, awaiting those that ascend to appease them, that they may never find out equals how they were deceived for eternity. As our technological enslavement reach its pinnacle, technology will fail us, science will fail us, and great suffering will result. This is necessary as all will crucify their personas together. That is the will of life. In this observe what has been placed as living reality by Jesus. Each will become aware of different points, form groups around the points, and eventually be betrayed by those most trusted. Then each will be accused by the system as being false and breakers of the law of God, and thus be crucified until they're all alone. Here the point becomes quite interesting, as one will either physically die, because the persona has already become the physical, or one will terminate/eradicate the persona through self-forgiveness within the correct understanding of what it entails to stop all forms of persona/intelligence-based separate entities, designed as limited survival constructs equals forevermore. This will have an impact that will be firstly seen in the drastic changes in the evolutionary development, from the smallest to the biggest, as each part of existence walk their path of crucifixion and forgiveness. As in all points, there are many points equals Jesus is one of it. We will not discuss them all as they are part of the living reality of yourself. You'll face them all, whether you like it or not, or whether you agree with them or not. And in the end equals nothing you have done will mean anything equals as all will be equal and life will be here. And as forgiveness foretells, the memories of what was will be no more. There will be no Christ, no Buddha, no Master, no special one at the right hand of God equals all will in fact be life equal here. There is a young boy, now incarnated, that was the one that asked Jesus to come to earth and see what he can do. All things happen within the principle of space and time and must be as such, investigated in common sense. The written word is the least trusted vehicle in existence, besides the memories that personas concoct to justify their existence. Every point can be investigated in fact, and each one will see that for themselves equals once they've rid themselves from their multiple personas. Once you're rid of these personas equals, you'll understand the obvious common sense. Why this happens this way. Then you'll understand equals there is nothing greater than life and nothing less than life. And that which is greater or less than life equals is nothing in fact.